Your first sexual experience. Remove my bra. My first boyfriend was when I was about 6 years old. I was around. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tosin Toge. Welcome back to this channel. If you are new, welcome. Glad to have you. Welcome to the TT gang. Please, to be a bona fide member of this gang, just subscribe to my channel. It is totally free. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you for coming back. I'm really glad you clicked on this video again. So in this video, I'm going to be doing the invade my privacy first time tag. So I asked on my Insta story for any fun YouTube tag that they wanted me to do, and a number of people voted for the first time tag. So I decided to film it for you guys because I'm going to enjoy it anyways. So since this is a very juicy tag, I decided to come with company, right? So I have here with me Jameson. If you have been following my Instagram, which you should, by the way, my handle is on the screen at the moment. You know that I've been working with Jameson for a while now. Is it Jameson or Jameson? I've been working with this brand for a while, and most of the time I do like to mix it with this Schweppes Virgin Mojito. So I'm just going to mix that in my cup here, and then I'll come back. So I have my mixture here that is going to keep me company, and so let's just get right into the video. The first question is, what's the first app you check when you wake up in the morning? The first app I check is my Bible app, actually, and I'm not even going to lie, I just started this new year because I want to be more intentional about reading my Bible before I step out of my bed. Last year it used to be Twitter because I'm like a Twitter person. So yes, Twitter is like reading the news basically in the morning for me, but since the beginning of this year I've been opening my Bible app first. Number 2, first broken bone. I think I was about 6 or 7 years, I'm not very sure, but I had somebody hit me with a stick because of guava something. We're in primary school. I can do a story time about that, Ben John. So yes, that was the first time I had like a cast on my leg. Number 3, your first Instagram, Twitter and Facebook post. I don't know how I'm going to get my first Facebook post or my first tweet really, but my first Instagram picture is going to be on the screen right now. I was wearing like a 2-piece from Weber Fashion and my neck was mighty long. I looked at the picture recently and I was like, I look like a kangaroo in this picture, or giraffe, I don't know, but I really thought the picture was really cute at that time. Don't try me, I was hot, but you know, that was my first Instagram picture. Your first makeup item. I feel like, as with most girls, their first makeup item was, or mine was, lip gloss. You know this lip gloss that if you put it on your lip, the oil will still be dripping from your lips. Yes, that was like the first makeup item I ever owned in my life. I'm going to put a picture on the screen right now. That's how it looks. How many people can remember? If you can remember this particular lip gloss, please tell me in the comment section. I'll be waiting to read from you. First time I ever got into trouble at home and school. At home, I feel like right from the time that they gave birth to you, you've been entering trouble at home. So I can't remember the first trouble I entered when I was at home, but I knew I was always getting my ass whooped every time at home. It was a normal thing for me. But in school, I can't exactly remember my primary school, but in secondary school, it was one time they said, so I went to a girls only school, and then there was a time they said they were catching lesbians, and so they were looking for suspects in school, and then they caught like 3 people that were like involved. That was what they said, and then I was friends with all the 3, so they were looking for suspects. So I was one of the suspects that they carried to admin office and all of that, and they were going to call our parents. Luckily my mom lost her phone around that period, so they could not call her. So yeah, that was the first major trouble I entered in secondary school. First YouTuber you subscribed to. The first YouTuber I actually subscribed to is my sister, or was my, she's still my sister, is my sister. She has been on YouTube for almost 10 years now. I'm going to leave a channel banner here, Debbie Crown. I don't know if you know her. She's my sister. So yeah, that was the first major person I watched on YouTube, and she was one that actually gave me the ginger to start my own channel as well. Your first boyfriend. This is somehow, because I don't know how you people are going to see me after now, but my first boyfriend was when I was about 6 years old. I'm not even I'm not even joking. I don't know if I want to mention his name because he's married now with a kid, so I think I just want to keep his identity private, really. But it was my first boyfriend. When we were little, we used to, you know how you have neighbors that you go to play with and all of that, so we used to live in the same area and all of that. Then we lost contact because we moved away from the area to our personal house, and then when I got back from secondary school, on Facebook we reconnected again. Your first car. My first car is still the same car that I use at the moment. It's a Camry. I don't know the year or anything, but I know it's a Camry car, and that's what I still use till now. Your first celebrity crush. My first celebrity crush was D'banj. I was mighty obsessed with D'banj. I thought it was the best thing after sliced bread. I was almost sure that I was going to get married to him. I still like him though, but I would not say it's my crush at the moment. But yeah, that was D'banj. Your first crush. My first crush, I don't know. I can't remember my first crush that is not a celebrity. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Your first ever cell phone. My first cell phone was Sergeant My X2. I don't know if you guys know it. If you are Gen Z, you probably don't know the phone, but yes, that's the first phone I ever owned. It was my mom's former phone, and she gave it to me, and I felt like the president of the world at that particular time. So yes, that was my first phone. Your first ever kiss. My first kiss was when I had my first boyfriend, and that was when I was about 6 years old. Don't judge me. Don't. Like I said, we used to go to each other's houses to play and all of that, and then we used to do daddy and mommy and all those things, and then we used to kiss. Like, we used to proper kiss. So yes, that was my first kiss. And even after secondary school, I don't think I kissed anybody in secondary school, so I wasn't dating anyone in secondary school. But after then, it was my first boyfriend. Yeah, so it was really my first kiss as well. Your first fear. My first fear was fear of darkness. When I was younger, I was scared of staying alone. If NEPA took light like this, it would feel as if the world was coming to an end. But now I've turned to all those people that would put off the light and then stay in a dark room. But when I was younger, I was very, very, very scared of darkness. Your first friend in college. I would because I didn't attend the college, I would just equate it to uni. My first friend in uni was Fife. That's her name, Fife Omi, which is really funny because now she's my neighbor. Like, we live together in this house right now, but she was my very first friend in uni. We met when we went to pay our fees in the bank right in front of school, and then somebody was mentioning something, and I was like, oh, I'm in faculty of pharmacy, and then she just comes to me, hi, I was also admitted in faculty of pharmacy, can we be friends? And then we now found out that she was my neighbor, like, in the hostel as well. So we've been friends since way back, since then. Your first heartbreak. My first heartbreak was the second person I dated after my first boyfriend. When myself and my first boyfriend broke up, it was not a heartbreak kind of thing. I think I was even the one that I just got tired and I was like, I'm no more interested. So we broke up. It wasn't heartbreak. But this second one, it was one final year student that I was dating then. I think I was in 200 level. And it was terrible. I thought that was the worst thing that could have happened to me in my life. But look at me. Cheers. Your first internet activity. My first internet activity has to be Facebook. I think so, or MySpace. I think it was MySpace. All those times that we used to go to like cyber cafe to go and like chat with people and all of that. I can remember that was my first exposure to internet before my dad got like a computer at home. So yeah, that was it. My first job. I've done like a million jobs in this life, and I'm not joking. I feel like I want to do a separate videos on all the jobs I've done. If you would like to see that video, please leave a comment and I'll definitely film that video for you. But my first job has to be, I don't know if it was when I was a backup dancer for somebody, or or when I was making hair. I can't remember. Like I said, I've dabbled my hands into so many things, so I can't exactly remember which first job it was, but I've been a backup dancer before. To be honest, I'm not ashamed of it, because it was nothing bad. It was not the fella dancing kind of thing, but yeah, it is what it is. My first language is English or Yoruba. I don't know which one, but I can speak both like equally. I'm a very good Yoruba writer, speaker, listener, everything, and English as well. I can speak English, obviously. My first love, that's my first boyfriend, really. I think it was my first love. Yeah. My first piercing, when did I get it? My first piercing was done without my consent, really. It was done like when they gave birth to, ouch. My first piercing was done without my consent. So it was done before I was born. So it was done immediately after I was born. But the first piercing that I did myself was when I gained admission into uni, because I was sick immediately after secondary school, and I was like, you know what, like when I actually get admission, I'm going to celebrate it by piercing my ears, and that's what I did. So I got it December 2011. I got it was December though, but I think December 2011. I think. Your first sexual experience. I don't quite understand the question. Really. I'm not joking. Because do you mean the first time I actually had sex, or the first sexual experience? Kissing is part of it, right? So that was the first time I actually kissed somebody. That's all the answer I can give, because we don't do premarital sex over here. Your first swear word, it is fuck. And I'm not so proud of it, but I still say it to you now. If anything happens to me, my first expression is fuck. So yeah, that's it. Your first thought today, I thought of my mom, really, because we had a conversation yesterday and I was supposed to do something and I've still not done it, and I knew she was going to call me, and right when I wanted to start filming this video, she had been blowing up my phone. So she was first person, and she's usually the first person I think of, because she's like the love of my life. So yeah. The first YouTube video, my first YouTube video was my room tour. Yeah, if you have not seen it, I'm going to link it up here or here. I don't know where it is, but really it's going to be up. Just go and see it. Go and check it. It's my room tour. Thank you. My online profile picture, I don't know which part online, because I have different profile pictures everywhere. This is my Twitter avatar, this is my Instagram avatar, Facebook, this is my Facebook avatar. So I have 3 different display pictures. So yeah. The first book you remember reading, I'm not sure if it is Chike and the River. I think it was, and I can remember there was somewhere that they wrote antelope in it, and I usually like take my storybook and then I read it to my mom when she's in the kitchen. And then I can remember one time that I was like, and the antelope went somewhere, and then she was like, bring it, and then she collected the book from me, and then, people of God, it was antelope that was there, and then I called it antelope. But I can remember that night vividly. So yeah, I think it was Chike and the River. I'm not very certain. The first concert I ever attended, I think it was a Wizkid concert. I'm not very sure, but I think it was a Wizkid concert in Lagos. Yeah, it was. I'm not even a Wizkid fan, but then I tagged along with friends, and yeah, it was fun. The first movie you remember seeing, I think it was one of these Mount Zion movies. All these Just a Little Scene. I can't remember their title, but I think it has to be Just a Little Scene that I can remember. Or Shawori There, or Sound of Music. One of those three, really. I'm sure it's one of those three. The first person you spoke to today. Let me check my call log. Right. The first person I spoke to today is my friend, Mr. Somi, because he sent me a message and I didn't see the message on time, so he called my phone. So that was the first person I spoke to today. The first person you text when something exciting happens. So I think this is different for me on what exactly it is. If it's something about like my content or career or all those things, I probably call my friend Mr. Somi. If it's about boy matter, maybe Rashidat, Bolu, or I just have different people for different things. I don't have one particular person that I call for everything, basically. So yeah, that's it. That's how it happens. The first text I sent today, it was to my university lecturer, because I needed a sort of letter from him, and he sent me a message overnight, so I replied his text. So that was the first person I texted to today. The first thing you do when you get home, remove my bra or my wig. If I'm wearing wig, the wig is the first thing I yank off. If I'm not wearing wig like now, I think my bra is the first thing I reach out for, like just remove and free everything. The first time you ever got drunk. You see, this particular one, it deserves like a story time on its own. The summary is that it was at somebody's birthday in uni. It was in Kuti Hall, and I was like the MC. The summary is I got drunk, and it was not a very nice experience. But if you guys want, I can do like a story time and tell you guys about it, really. So yeah. The last question is first time you got in a fist fight. The first time I ever got in a fist fight was in uni, and I was in 300 level then. So this particular girl exchanged rooms with somebody that was in my room before, and then before I came back from classes, my classes usually span from like 9 a.m. no, from 8 to like 6 p.m. and before I came back, she moved my things around, and I was like, why are you moving my things around? And then the thing that actually caused the fight was that she insulted my mom, and that was the greatest mistake she made, because it doesn't sit well with me. Why would you insult my mom? I'm the one fighting with you. You insult me, you don't insult my parents, really. So I charged at her. I don't even know who won. Maybe she beat me or I beat her. We shall beat each other. But that was the first and only time I've ever been in a fist fight. Thank you guys for watching my video up to this point, and I'm going to mention to you that if you have not tried this combo before, I think if you don't have Jameson at home, I think you should get it. You are missing out if you have. Let's try this my combo. Just try Jameson and Schweppes Virgin Mojito, mix it together. The combo is like very, very great. I've introduced it to like 3 of my friends and they loved it, except one person, but most of them loved it. It means it is good. If you don't have Jameson at home, go and buy. Alright, so don't forget to keep growing and stay glowing. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye guys. Your first sexual experience. What do I say? Beside you.